morning. How is everybody doing? It's a beautiful Friday morning. I'm half awake, driving into work, and looking forward to the weekend. It's actually overcast and humid here in the Carolinas. And if my surroundings look a little bit different, it's because I'm in a completely different car. I had a little fender bender a couple of weeks ago driving to work. And if you're familiar with Charlotte roadways, you'll know that our Outer Beltway 485 can get pretty congested during rush hour traffic. So the car in front of me slammed on their brakes in response to a car in front of them coming to a quick stop. And I slammed on my brakes and, of course, had a little collision. Just a small fender bender. Everybody is okay. And the Cadillac CTS wagon is currently having the front bumper repainted. So that should be done in the next day or two. So in the meantime, I am driving a GMC Yukon as my rental. And if you haven't driven a Yukon, it's a pretty big SUV. I've driven Escalades and Chevy Tahoes before, and what's interesting is that although they're all GM products, they all drive completely different. They are built on the same platform, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But all have different suspension and drive completely different. So it took me a little while to get used to the GMC, mainly because the seats aren't comfortable. My seats in the CTS are actually a lot more supportive and comfortable. So what about you guys? Do you have a favorite car seat that's supportive and feels comfortable, especially an SUV? I'm thinking of, if I do move away from the Cadillac CTS and sell it and get an SUV, I definitely want a seat that's very comfortable. I've looked at some Volvos. The problem with the XC90, and I know Volvo is synonymous with very supportive, comfortable seating. And keep in mind, I'm in the car about 2 hours a day, so seat comfort is important to me. However, the Volvo maximum tow capacity is 5,000 pounds. So, a lot of hypotheticals here. If I were to ever sell the Interstate and purchase an Airstream travel trailer, then I would likely look at a 25-foot travel trailer, which will exceed that 5,000 pound capacity. So I have been eyeballing Escalade, which I'm already very comfortable with the Cadillac family. I've had 3 CTSs. They've been great cars, and they have just enough tech in them for anyone who's a tech freak like myself to enjoy, including the OnStar app, which allows me to remote start the vehicle and check relevant information like tire pressure, oil life, all of that good stuff. The car will also auto cool and heat the seats depending on the temperature outside. I shouldn't say auto cool, it does not auto cool, but it will auto heat when it starts getting cold outside. So again, just enough tech to be enjoyable. I think it would be great to have Apple CarPlay or AutoPlay, whatever it's called. And I know the Escalades don't have those until the 2016 model year. But I'll tell you another reason why I'm looking at an Escalade, and they're pretty hard to come across, is the Platinum series based off of massaging seats. So if any of you have any experience with automobile massaging seats, I've never personally experienced massaging seats in a car, but the thought of it absolutely appeals to me as I sit here and I fidget in the seat as it is. Again, these seats in the GMC Yukon are not the most comfortable. They're not very supportive in the bolsters either. I mean, I can roll all over the place. So I'll actually be anxious and excited to get the CTS back. I like the security features as far as auto braking and collision avoidance, and some of the blind spot monitoring systems that my CTS does not have. And I almost forgot to mention, I thought it was amazing. I stopped after work yesterday to go to the grocery store, And I got out of the car, and as I opened the door, the instrument cluster screen told me to make sure I check the back seat, items left in the back seat. I was like, what the heck? What in the world is going on? And so I opened the back seat, and my backpack was there from work, and I thought, what an amazing idea. That I don't know if it's for kids, to make sure you don't forget your kid or animal in the back seat, but the car's reminding you that there is something sitting on the seat, and as you're exiting, tells you not to forget about it. So kudos to GM for thinking of that. I thought that was awesome, completely unexpected. Some other really cool features about the GMC Yukon, even though I don't think the seats are comfortable. They're manageable. They are absolutely not my favorite. They do have ventilated seats, and I say ventilated because I don't know if it's forced air from the air conditioner or if it's actually ventilated like my Cadillac CTS. Cadillac CTS basically sucks the air out of the seat, so it draws any heat away from your body, and they work really well in my opinion. The GMC Yukon feels like it's cooled by pushing air through the seat. Cool air? I can't tell. So let me know if you have any experience. They work really well. I've always thought that at least my Cadillac ventilated seats and any GM ventilated cooled seats that I've sat in have worked really well. Now I also follow Tesla. I think Tesla is phenomenal. They're full of a lot of amazing tech, but every time I sit in one and think of the price tag, I crap my pants because I don't feel like I'm getting my money's worth, if that makes any sense. The design is gorgeous. They're very minimal on the inside. You're basically dealing with one big LCD screen. You've got a lot of tech, but I don't know, for some reason I just feel when you look at the price point, $70,000+, 70, 80, 90. Well, and I'm looking at the Model X SUV. So, you know, those start reaching 80, 90, 100, the low 100s. That's absolutely insane. And I look at the Airstream Interstate that I purchased, and I feel that I'm getting a lot more. You can live in the interstate. You can't do that with a Model X. So it kind of trips me out, but I'm intrigued by the technology, and I love the advancements with autopilot and auto driving capabilities and safety features. Safety features are important to me in a vehicle purchase. So I say that because I also wanted to mention I appreciate in the GMC, I don't know what they call it, and I know that GMs have this feature, but it will auto steer you away from the edge of a lane. And it's not a forceful steer, it's a gentle nudge, and it's just enough that it gets your attention and you realize, oh hey, the car, I'm moving away from the lane instead of, or line, an edge of the road, instead of running over it. And I think that's tremendous. That in itself, for me, is a valuable safety feature that I would pay for in another car. And every day that I've had this loaner for the last couple of days, it's nudged me on more than one occasion. So I think it's definitely a great safety measure to keep you in the lane. It doesn't take a whole lot in a large SUV to get close to the edge of the road or the line, and so I love that it nudges you back. I also like, as you're backing up, just little features. When you back up, the rear windshield wiper, when it's raining out, will activate to clean the window for you. You also have the rear video camera, but again, it's just another thoughtful safety feature. You've got your crosswalk detection behind you, which has detected vehicles that I haven't even seen coming around the corner as I'm backing up from a parallel parking spot. So that was tremendous, a great help. And your front collision avoidance, again, just all great safety features. But Tesla, so Tesla Model X only tows about 5,000 pounds. And if I were to get a travel trailer, then I would have to get a smaller Airstream. I could not get the 25 foot. Or I probably could get the 25 foot. I just really could not load it up because it's gonna max out over 5,000 pounds gross. But I definitely appreciate the safety enhancements of the Tesla and even what GM is putting in their vehicles. Massaging seats. So tell me what your thoughts are on automobile massaging seats. It's definitely got my attention for sure. Also wanted to talk briefly about Airstream Travel Trailers, and as many of you know, I'm really interested in researching new toys and gadgets, and that's kind of a pastime hobby of mine. So, you know, I'm putting together a hypothetical situation. If I were to sell my Airstream Interstate, which I need to figure out when I'm going to go out camping again. It's currently sitting in the RV storage parking lot. But if I were to sell that and purchase a tow vehicle, an SUV, and an Airstream travel trailer, which there really is no other travel trailer that I would purchase, I'm leaning towards at least a 25-foot travel trailer, international signature. The 25-foot to me is a sweet spot. I haven't decided if I want a queen bed or two twins. I do like the layout and the openness of the two twin beds and how the inside of the travel trailer is completely open from front to back. I do like that. But then for storage, I haven't actually been in a twin travel trailer. I believe the storage is similar to that of a full-size bed, or the queen size, but I do like with the queen size beds how you can lift them up and you've got the storage underneath. I just wish the bed in the 25 foot was able to be centered in the back, looking forward towards the, or I guess it's really towards the back of the travel trailer. I think once you get to the 27 foot, they center the bed. However, where the bed is in the 25 foot, it does allow you to lay in bed and stare out the window if you wanted, because you've got a gigantic window to the side of you. So that's kind of cool. The twin bed, you wouldn't really be able to do that, so that kind of sucks. So I haven't really decided or figured out which I would prefer at this point. I need to get my eyes on them and walk through them. Right now, it's currently June. 25-foot travel trailers are extremely hard to find. The Airstreams, I've found a couple of Flying Clouds, but the International Signatures and Serenities are very hard to find. Not sure why, if it's since the 2017s are selling and dealers are waiting for 2018s to come in. I'm not sure. But I digress. I say all of that because what I really wanted to talk about was air conditioning. So I mentioned it's currently about 78 degrees. It's just before 8 o'clock, and it's extremely humid outside. And I can't stand this time of year because of the heat and humidity, and I need air conditioning. So I know that the 25-foot Airstream travel trailers come with one air conditioning unit, and you can opt to have a second unit. I wanted to find out if any of you guys have any experience with Airstream travel trailers and having two AC units in a 25-foot. I think it's a phenomenal idea. You do get a 50 amp service versus a 30 amp service when you opt for the second unit. Plus, as far as I'm concerned, you've got better control. Of course, it's ducted, which I'm all for, but you also have better control of the air conditioning temperature since it's zoned, a bedroom versus the living area. And on top of all of that, if one AC were to go out, you've got a backup, which I think is awesome. What I don't know is, because I haven't seen it anywhere, so let me know if you've seen it, once you add the second AC, where does that go? Does that eliminate one of the fantastic fans? Does it eliminate the little skylight in the roof, in the kitchen area? And this person doesn't know how to stop at a four-way stop. All right. So I don't know what I'm giving up in order to gain a second air conditioner. So that's going to wrap it up for today's daily commute vlog. I should start calling them clogs. So let me know what your thoughts are on massaging seats, tow vehicles, and 2 AC systems and 25-foot Airstreams. Until next time, see you soon.